The search revealed a 6-page handwritten letter that the defendant wrote to her mother, Lisa Darden, hidden inside a book in the defendant's cell. The letter is evidence of witness tampering. Okay, so what is in this letter? They refer to this as the walk the dog letter because across the top it says walk the dog. Has some sort of a meaning here. But we took a look at this letter, and I want you to take a look and a listen as one of my producers reads it.
She wants to link Eric getting the drugs and pills from Mexico, so we need some kind of connection. Her private investigator is doing some research on the ranch cartel place Eric would stay at. Here's what I'm thinking, but you have to talk to Ronnie. He would probably have to testify to this, but it's super short, not a lot to it. He will need to talk to Sky at the meeting next week. Upon information and belief, just like they said, a year prior to Eric's death, Ronnie was over watching football one Sunday, and Eric and Ronnie were chatting about Eric's Mexico trips. Eric told Ronnie he gets pain pills and fentanyl from Mexico from the workers on the ranch, but not to tell me because I would get mad because I always said he just gets high every night and won't help take care of kids. Ronnie should have texts from Eric talking about getting high as well. Eric told Ronnie he keeps them in an allergy pill bottle in his work truck so I wouldn't find them. Ronnie never told me about the conversation. Eric finally told me and asked if Carmen could get him some. Eric never wanted anyone to know he had an issue, especially get caught. He always wanted Corey to go down for him. Reword this however he needs to make the point just to include it all. The connection has to be made with Mexico and the drugs. Ronnie will have the messages to prove Eric confided in him about getting high. He can be short and to the point, but it has to be done. When you talk to Ronnie about this, meet up with him in person. I worry sometimes your house and phone are bugged. Tell him I need him to do this. Bring me home, and then we will get those damn bitches. We're so close to the end. Let's push through. Have the conversation with Ronnie before he meets with Sky. Then tell him to tell Sky at the meeting about the conversation. Hang in there. We're almost there. Love you to the moon.
Wow. Ronnie
Set up.
Sky was her
Set
attorney at the
up.
Some powerful stuff.
Set up.
Brings us to the next question in our investigation. So, why did Corey write the letter? The walk the dog letter. Why did Corey write the letter? Joining me, former homicide detective, host of the
She killed him and wants to get away with it.
The host of the Hidden Truth
Absolutely disgusting.
YouTube channel. Laura Mathias is with us as well. All right, there is so much to this walk the dog letter. It is unreal. I'll begin with you, Lauren. Your thoughts about why she wrote this, what the purpose was, what do you think was going on here?
Well, according to the prosecution in this case, as you pointed out, they think it's witness tampering, that they wanted her to convince her brother Ronnie to testify a certain way. But according to Corey, it was part of a fictional book that she was writing, that it was one of many pages that the state has taken out of context.
Yeah, right.
And interestingly enough, at this hearing that I was there and I witnessed some body cam footage, they show the search of her cell where this is found, and it is a little confusing as to where it was found. The state says that it was found in an LSAT book, where Corey and the defense are sort of trying to claim that no, this was found in a manila envelope titled attorney-client privilege. And there's certainly some division among what this is, why it was written, and where it was found, and that holds a lot of weight, I think, when it comes to whether or not this can be used as evidence in the trial.
Yeah, to me, it is powerful evidence if it comes in. Chris McDonough, your thoughts about this letter and when you read it, what did you take away from it?
I took away who's the Oscar go to, and it's probably chapter one of this long, secondary novel now that she's presented, in her defense. When somebody goes to this kind of effort to write these types of, communications to family members, So the fact that she's arguing now that, hey, this was, privileged attorney-client information, well, there's a real fine line there. It has to be for legal reasons, and I think the state's arguing correctly that, no, she has no standing in this. That's
Witness
what I
and
feel.
tampering.
Well, here's the transcript.
That is
Jane told
insane.
her brother about this letter, which she says isn't a letter. Corey Richards, that's what it comes down to. Well, and they just keep saying it's a letter. It was never a letter. Like, it was part of a freaking book. Like, it was never a letter. It was never in an envelope. And then her brother says, it was part of the book you're writing? Yeah, so I was writing this book so basically it's like everything that happened up until like the detention hearing, and then at the detention hearing I actually get out of jail. So it's like a fiction mystery kind of book, Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. It's a 65-page novel.
She's
I'm
lying.
not believing that. Lauren, am I too skeptical?
She's lying.
Look, I don't
She's a
like
murderer.
the novel bit at all. Not one bit. I think it's pretty clear when you hear it and when you read it what it is. I
She
think
killed
the
him.
question for me though, I will say I have this question. I have a question after being at the evidentiary hearing where it was found. Because the sergeant and the corrections officer on stand said they found it in an LSAT book.
It wasn't an LSAT book.
You can't completely see it. It's footage that nobody's seen. You had to be there to see it. I saw